Welcome back, everyone, to session 3 of our second campaign of the Galaxy. We're rolling with the Starfinder playtest 2E system for this kind of mini campaign. And the heroes are kind of getting into the thick of it now. They are a mercenary company called Triple H or Hazard's heroic horde, depending on who you ask. They had been decided to take on the task of helping Avira, a world that has been recently thrust into the galactic limelight, filled with resources from verdant fields to deep kind of minerals beneath the earth and uncovering vast ancient technology, all of which has pushed them into the galactic limelight and started a bit of a proxy war between two Hiss, because these two Hiss with large hordes and conglomerates that have set up as their own protectorates each have a different claim to why they feel Avira should be part of their horde and under their protection. With that, the group found a disturbance that was going on within a kind of a jungle prospecting colony within Avira. These mercenaries were on planet and were shooting up the colony, set a fire to kind of a storage unit, and but had taken no lives and done no real damage outside of that fire to the colony. Our heroes were able to come in, subdue one of these mercenaries. The rest met their end. The one did escape in a spaceship that was brought down by one of the Hiss hordes, flying down a ship, playing just this bombastic music, this mix of imperial, energetic, almost corporate-esque music. Zardigan's horde was able to shoot down one of the the fleeing spaceship, and came and was coming to lend aid to its horde, saying that they had received an automated signal that the colony was under attack. With that, though, the group was able to speak to them for a moment and interrogate one of the mercenaries. They did capture Esto, he kind of down on his luck, Arquin, who joined up with the mercenaries to get an easy payday, he thought. Learning that he was hired by a man he called just the big boss, and they was hired to go down there, shoot up the colony, not kill anybody, burn down the supply station, but not before sending a message through the warehouse, and then take off as soon as trouble arrived. But before you guys get too far with this, the other Hiss horde arrived, and between you all, some of you trying to talk them down, some of you indicating that the other horde may have been in on this deception, using hiring mercenaries to cause destruction, and come in and save the day. The two Hiss hordes came into conflict and started to battle it out, but the group decided to stay out of that fray and made their way back to the spaceship with Esto, and was able to get coordinates from him for where the big boss is staying. Finding that he has a little bit of a derelict space station on the outskirts of Avira space, and he's able to provide you coordinates as well as the kind of the entry codes into the airlock. Hazard announced your way in, or announced that you were coming to the big boss, and the group was able to quickly make their way past his defenses and dock and begin making their way into the space station where we left off. As the airlock door cycled through, it opened, a metal clanging resounded, and an electric bolt of lightning arced out of a mine, racing through the crew, and the smell of kind of sulfur, stale air, just stale, heavily recycled air that, for those who spent time on a space station, just that it's definitely been far too long since the air filters, the air oxygen had been recycled on the station. This has been just repeatedly run through those filters. It's that moldy, stale, heavy air, and a bit of funk kind of wafts off this space station. As your vision clears, you see kind of bits of arcing sparks still kind of electrifying through the area. And you do see directly in front of you this droid that resembles, in part, one of the droids, the droid that you came across during your initial conflict with the mercenary crew. But this one seems bigger, it seems bulkier, better armed. Definitely same model, but a higher end of that model. Before we dive into this next piece, does anybody have any clarifying questions? It's been a couple of weeks of what we got to play. Does anybody have anything they want to hash out before we dive in? Well, I forgot my forge closed and I restarted my computer, so let me get that in, and we're going to throw you guys into initiative and onto the map. As you guys are looking through, part of you are still, or actually all of you are still kind of in the airlock. You see on the other end, there's looks like this haphazard crate kind of thrown in the middle of the entryway room that connects with the airlock. You're not able to see too much into the other room, but you do see kind of behind the droid, there is another room that leads into a wider area of a space station. You can hear on the other side clinking of boots, pretty heavy boots upon metal. It's kind of like, it seems like multiple weird synchronistic clinking, almost like multiple feet or multiple paws hitting at the same time. And you could hear kind of this heavy voice that you heard over the comm before, kind of almost huffing in the distance. But let me get that map up, and we will get that initiative going.
Anybody else having issues getting into Foundry?
Go ahead and I'll let you in.
It's the website itself, the Forge website. It is.
It was a little slow to load earlier, but we got in eventually.
That's it. And let me in. It was slow to. Okay, so I thought it was my computer, so I restarted right before we started playing because it was loading slow. But it must just be Forge. Perfect. Everybody, roll me initiative.
I'd love to.
Well, why don't you get in? Did a load for you?
I think I'm getting there.
Nice.
Okay.
We do have 2 Hazards in the turn order for some reason.
He's just that eager.
I only see one Hazrod. Actually, the Hazrod's the only one I see.
It's gone now.
I'm gonna reload my Foundry. It lost connection, unfortunately.
So, worked on your phone.
I could roll, unless you can roll for your phone.
I think I can.
Give me some time to load in there.
Hey, there you go. So, hooray, hooray. Let me see if I can.
Sweet.
Is it really, though?
Well, at least we'll let you roll.
All right, yeah, that's something. Okay.
Perfect. Well, you guys look out and you see it looks like the droid is the first one to act. It raises up like this rifle take sight, and you see it kind of line its barrel up with Hosrod, and this in this mechanical tone says, "Intruders must leave now through body bag or on your own." And it takes 2 shots at Hosrod.
It may attempt. Oh. My
Yeah,
hubris.
I think it attempted pretty good.
It's going a little closer to its cover with its last action. So you see 2 shots pop off, both finding marks within Hosrod. The first one hits for 11. The second one hits for 9 damage. This thing kind of just with robot-like precision just aims down its rifle and takes shots. All right. Pez, you're up.
All right. Well,
Looking hurt.
yeah.
Yeah, 20 off the bat, eh?
So I guess I will use. Let's see here, Vitality Network, and I will give 18 healing to Hosrod, and so I believe that is this. Oh man, it's been a while. Okay, so transfer Vitality. And so that'll be 18 health to you, Hosrod.
Thank you so much.
And then I have 2 actions left. With that, right, I'm going to cast a spell. Now, if I have a, so just more of a question in the rules here. If I have a rank 1 spell, can I heighten it to rank 2, or do I have to then list it as my rank 2 spell?
Because I think witch warpers are prepared casters, right?
I think it's just spontaneous. Because I can learn like a certain number of each rank.
Yeah, no, you'd have to have it for your second rank. Either is a signature spell or having prepared it again.
Okay. No worries. All right, so what I'm going to do is cast yeah, this should work. Wisp Ally on the robot there.
Perfect. And how does that all look when you get your healing off and your Wisp Ally out?
So you kind of see Pez just kind of starts flashing red as he sees these bolts coming in, and you'll kind of see that energy transfer, that kind of greenish glow floating from Pez to Hosrod. And then simultaneously when that happens, you also see these bright lights start to kind of flash right above the robot.
You see, unfortunately, the robot seems like it kind of focuses, like it keeps its razor robot-like focus upon the battle and is able to succeed. All right, Hosrod, you are up and feeling a little bit better.
All right. Hosrod being up, he is going to. Let me double check something real fast. Get 20-foot speed, so that would be. Oh no. Oh no. He's going to use 2 actions to stride. All the way up to here.
Perfect. You can easily jump on that box. One thing I will say you notice as you kind of get past it, get to the door and are able to get a look at into the interior of this room, you see this room has kind of odd metal plates They're kind of lining the floor. And you notice as you look both, you're able just to get a glimpse of the big boss. This human, he looks run down, faded duster, kind of hat, a couple sizes too large for him, with a wicked-looking pistol in his hand, though. But the thing that draws your eye a little bit is you see both he, along with surprisingly this wolf, which I'll describe in a second, are all wearing metal boots. The wolf, on the other hand, though, is this beautiful creature. It is this mix between blue, purple, and reds. You see on its chest, almost glowing in the light, this patch of red, almost translucent red fur that almost is echoing and enhancing this glow that is coming from it. It has a feral look, though, upon its face, its teeth bared and sparks leaping from its jaws.
So Hasrat will call out to the party, just keep the animal alive. I want it. And he will just give a point towards the human, just point a finger towards him, as if also being like, you. But he will strike out at the machine with his puzzle blade. For a 21 to hit?
That'll hit.
Heck yeah. This analog blade. I had a what's it called? Alliteration. It's lost to me now. But yeah, Hasrod comes in with a big overhead swing with this two-handed blade and just trying to cleave through this protection class security droid.
Perfect. With that, you see here the big boss. They take a step forward. You hear rapid typing upon this computer, and you hear him holler out again. I told you, see, not hold them off. We need us a few more moments. Put a bullet in the head. That's what I paid a lot of credits for. You can do that for me. Neuralgia, you're up.
All right, I'm going to do a Stellar Rush, which should be plenty enough movement to get me around. And as I rush, my footsteps leave orange crystals of Rhea that create solar energy around them. And so, let's see, can I kind of like here, that path roughly? Creatures on one side are concealed from creatures on the opposite side until my next turn. So hopefully that'll give us some cover from anything in that room for a little while. And then I will make a attack against the robot.
Nice, that'll hit.
Yep, photon attune gives me extra damage. Nice. And as this like light and solar energy radiates from my path, the robot is like kind of confused as I circle around and I get him from behind. And I don't know if off guard might have turned that into a crit or not because I'm from flanking, but that's my turn.
It already automatically applies the off guard. I don't know if it shows on your side, but you can see it lowered it by 2.
Okay, yeah. I was expecting to see a plus on my side, but a -2 on their side makes sense, which I can't see.
All right, you see this creature is up, kind of howling as you all become concealed from it. You hear it just kind of these metal paws clinking against the frame. It is going to move. Going to try to take a shot at Hazrad. For those new to Pathfinder with concealed and still observed, it has to roll a d20 to see if it is able to hit. A d4 or below, it loses its action. I rolled a 15, so let me see if it can target. So you kind of hear this thing howl out. You kind of like from the concealment, you really can't see too much, but you see like this burning red beam of just pure fire come through the photons and bash into Hazrad. It is going to use its other action to get a little bit deeper in as well.
I swear Hazrat has good AC.
All right. The droid is up. The droid surrounder is going to try to get himself a little bit of space now that its cover has been blown. Is that a difficult terrain, or does it do any damage moving through it?
Nothing besides the concealed.
Okay. You see the droid sparking, battered from its blows, already nearing the end of its existence. Goes, affirmative, master. We will eliminate targets. He is actually kind of as he steps through. He is going to try to target you. Naraldra, he has to make that d20 roll as well. Unfortunately, he will pass, and you see two laser rifle rolls spark out through the distance. First one, though, you see the photons throw off its sensors and aim just enough for it to miss. The second one also comes a little closer, but Naraldra is easily able to avoid the blow. Pez, you're up.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, I've got.
You sure it's Pez?
Oh yeah, Argo hasn't.
Oh, do I skip you? Okay, Argo, go for it.
Yeah. No, that's great because I finally just got this thing up. Okay, so let me see what everything looks like. Okay. Yeah. He's gonna make his way out. 2, 3, 4. Would this still be considered like here? Would that be considered covered by the door?
Yeah, you got a partial cover from the door.
Okay.
Roll +1 to AC. You will be shooting through the concealed piece, so you got to do the same D20 to get a 5 or above.
Oh, I would. Wait, what?
Naraldra threw down some kind of photon cover. You see those green squares?
Yes.
So anything within or kind of on either side of that's concealed.
It says creatures in the spaces are unaffected.
Oh, creatures in the spaces? Okay, nice.
Oh. Yay. Hooray. I'm sorry. I'm doing this off the hotspot on my phone on a laptop. I don't know what's going on with my house internet. But, so I'm going to take a shot. Or, I guess I'll get him. Yeah. On the robot that's right in front of us. How's he looking?
He's definitely sparking, battered up.
All right. I'm going to do get him. And I'm going to try to attack him. Sorry for the speed on this.
Oh, yeah, no worries, man.
Okay. And I must fire with the arc pistol. Roll.
Nice, little hit.
Okay. And I'll roll damage.
Perfect. How's it all look as you get the crew to organize up and get a pretty hefty shot on the security robot?
All right, so I guess Argo was kind of caught flat-footed by the whole thing with everybody making their way out there. He finally rolls around, and he heard Hazra talk about a wolf. Like, all right, fine, we'll keep the wolf alive, but take down that damn robot. And he'll like lean around the corner and pop off a shot. And here's to hoping that electricity does bad things to robots.
It does look like it did a little extra, a little more than you would expect from the placement of the shot.
Okay, and that'll do it for Argo.
Okay, Pez, you're up.
All right. So I put my little will-o-wisp on the map there. So that's what that is. Sorry. So I'm gonna move up. You can see he's like continuously just like flashing this red, and he moves up, and is kind of in that whimsical musical kind of tone. Says, "Please, we do not need to fight you." Sorry, try that again. "Please, we do not need to fight you. Well, we do not mean any violence against you, and you do not need any violence against us." Then I will move my will-o-wisp to him as a sustain, and I will try to distract him again.
Nice.
So I think I did this wrong last time. I think if I target him, right? Is that what I...
I've got to roll for a save on that one. So,
okay. All right. Perfect.
Unfortunately, it will just succeed.
All right. So that will be his turn.
Because you moved, you sustained. You should have one action on, right?
Oh, does sustain only take one action?
Oh, yeah, it's nice and sustained. It only takes one afterwards, so it doesn't have to use the same one as the spell.
Okay, that's pretty cool, actually. Then for my last action, I'll if I move up, I can't take cover, can I? Let me see here. I think there's something else actually. My character.
From where the robot, everybody's at, you can't really be hit where you're currently at. You can't be hit. They've got no way to see you.
All right, I'll stay where I'm at, and then let me see, what do I got here? Oh, I know what I'll do. I will cast my force field ability.
Ooh.
So all right, so as one action, I can do it 3 times a day. It remains active for 1 minute or until it's gone on HP, and I believe it has 6. Hopefully it's in the text somewhere there. Yep, force field 6.
Yeah, it's solid. That's right. So you can get your shimmering force field up. Get a little extra AC and protection.
All right, and that will be my turn.
Azrata, you're up.
All right. Let me double check A abilities range real fast. Within 100 feet. All right. So we are going to warp reality.
Perfect. What's that do?
we're going to put a 15-foot burst onto a point. And so long as I have this field, I can use traits of the anchoring actions, and I get to pop off with my abilities as established last time. So let me grab this and drop this somewhere. I think I dropped down. Yeah, I think I pulled onto the wrong place there. I'm trying to drop it over here by the human
So isn't that
and the
letting you over there?
computers.
Do you click on the measurement tool?
Right around here.
All right. So if you just drag and drop it over, it should bring it. But I can just do that as well. Let me bring that.
I'm trying to. It's not doing it for
There it
some
goes.
reason. Ah, thank you. Which, that right there. Let's see here. That's one action. Next up, we are going to use... One second. I forgot which tab was the spellcasting tab right there. We're going to use Analyze Target, which it has the anchoring action for Hazrod, since it's part of his spells he gets from his subclass. Or rather, the... what's it called there? The
Perfect. So
core memories, the anchor, which will get off his anchor ability of core memories, which to reestablish, since it's been a little while, he gets assurance in technology and the automatic knowledge of it as well. So with that, with automatic knowledge, can I target the computer in order to try and use recall knowledge to identify what he's doing with it right now?
perfect. You can definitely do so.
Yep, and to go back over it, automatic knowledge gives me the... basically, I have to use assurance for it, so that is...
Does it give you
10
any
plus-
bonuses, or is it just the assurance score?
just the assurance score, so that's a 17.
Unfortunately, you're not really able to get a good read. You do see he is typing furiously on that. You do kind of see that it is shifting. You think that it is kind of making it's doing something important with the space station, but you'd have to spend more focus upon it.
You know what? And that we will do, as Hansrod will use his last action to recall knowledge, even though it is going to be... oh, wait. If I failed that, then I can't recall knowledge on it anymore.
Unfortunately.
Damn. I should have rolled instead of went with assurance. My hubris,
Assurance,
my
unless you
greed.
get like some bonuses to it's usually always going to be a little bit below level.
Yeah. My hubris.
Well, if you can figure out that what's up with that floor, that might be useful because I'm about to run onto it. And it seems suspicious.
I can indeed do that with... let's see here. I have the... once per round, Restore Recollection, which I can use recall knowledge of any skill I so choose, which can be technology here. Let's see here. Yeah.
Perfect.
So,
Give me a recall knowledge roll.
recall knowledge. Oh, let me do that again from the macros. Recall knowledge.
Perfect. You take a look at this setup, and you see, especially looking between the robot, the wolf wearing boots, along with the big boss wearing metal boots, and kind of looking at some of the symbols on the floor, as well as the computer tucked in the right hand corner. You're positive this floor is electrified. Stepping on it could take electricity damage. You think even with your knowledge, it could even be something that could potentially stun someone. You know, though, that the computer on the right-hand side is the one governing the supply of power for that. And if access, if you're able to make it across or find a way to decommission it, you can turn off that floor.
Got it. So Hasrat will he will think that to the party. As to not give it away that we know it yet.
I'm really glad that Hazrat figured that out because I'm like, oh, I know what this is, but now I'm metagaming. Would my character know what it is?
We don't have the bird's eye view of the lightning bolts and big deathly crossbows.
Yeah, you're right. But there is that big bolt, and the floor looks weird. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have the persistent damage. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so you see, kind of feel a little bit of that burn coming through from the hound's blast.
Let me give that recovery check. Damn.
You see the big boss. You hear more furious typing from his station. You start to feel a bit of a shift within the station itself. And no sound, but the lights begin to flash red using one of his actions. For the other, he is going to reach into his pocket, and then you see him whip out a flash grenade and hurl it towards you guys. I think he should be able to reach. So he is going to throw a 5-foot burst. You three, or you two, actually no, just you. Unfortunately, Argo, give me a DC 16 Fortitude saving.
Okay.
And you hear him, I told you all to get. Droid, I will send you back to your maker if you can't put these people out.
We will send you back to yours if you do not answer our questions.
Perfect. You see this thing burst in front of you, but fortunately you're able to duck your eyes just in time to avoid this dazzling flash that goes off in your vicinity.
Be right back.
All right. Neuralgia, you're up.
All right. Let's see. Sorry, how grenade is 30 feet you can throw it? Okay. Just trying to see if I can throw a grenade at the computer, but I don't think I can reach it. So instead, I will, as Hazrat explains that the computer on the right is controlling the electricity, I'll be like, oh yeah, I bet I can hack that computer. And by hack, she means smash.
Hack it.
No, I'm going. So, one thing I forgot last turn is that Stellar Rush has the cycle trait, so it puts me into Graviton attunement. And then I'm going to Stellar Rush again, but this time with the Graviton effect. So that's 60 feet of movement. And then at the end of the movement, enemies within 15 feet of me, which include the big boss and the wolf, need to make that fortitude save or get pulled towards me.
Perfect. Before we resolve that, you will also need to make a fortitude save DC 16.
All right.
Perfect. You get a regular success on this one, so you are not stunned. You take half of this damage, so you take actually take no damage. You're able to run through quickly enough not to get stunned or take any of the kind of worst effects of this. Let me give a fortitude save for these guys. Big boss will fail. As well as the wolf. Is there any crit fail for this? Is it just
no? Just on a failure, they're pulled directly towards me, ending in an adjacent square if possible.
Perfect.
All right, and then for my let's see. Wanna... I am going to make a solar shot at the right computer. So that's right. This one right here. And just fling crystals at it. Yeah. Okay.
You spark against the thing. You see it begins to spark. You see the ground begins to spark as well. The computer is holding on by a bare threshold. Give me just a straight D20 roll, too.
Okay. And there is an extra effect on a crit if the computer has less than 12 AC. But...
I mean, the guy did say disable it. That shooting is a way of disabling. All right. Anything else Neuralgia can do?
No, that's 3 actions.
All right. Argo, you're up.
Well, I think I'm going to shoot that robot again. I don't think Argo is not the most fortified of individuals. So let's see if that can be the end of the robot. Fingers crossed.
Nice, that'll hit.
Okay. It's funny because you know before I do. Okay, roll damage. Let's see.
It's looking hurt.
All right. How far away do I have to be for... No, 30 feet. Never mind. Should I risk running out there? Yeah, I'm stupid. Geralda ran out there. She's fine. I think Hazrod's full. Hazrod's full of it. What danger? Geraldra's fine. All right, so I'm sorry. Help me. 1, 2, is that 3, 4, 5?
What do you there you go.
Is that 5 spaces from there? 1.
Yeah, I think so. But first, give me that DC 16 Fortitude saving throw.
For what? Nothing happens to Geraldra. This floor is perfectly safe. All right. What was that? What was that Burger was saying about hubris?
And there you go. You will succeed as well. Not stunned. Your movement proceeds. You take half of this damage. So you still take 2 electric damage as you go through, and this thing sparks at your feet.
Ouchie. Ooh, it's got some sizzling kick. All right. Should I try shooting the... I'm trying to think what would be the best move here. I'm out here. I'm like, all right, now what? Does anything that Neuralgia is anything about that Neuralgia's abilities have to do with will?
No, I think it's mostly fortitude. I mean, if I have a spare action, like I can do a demoralize, but I'm not that great at that, so I probably won't.
Okay. Well, whatever. I'll try to shoot the guy. Cool. All else fails, right? How do I make it less? Oh, +1. There we go. Sorry. And I'll try to shoot the guy. He's kind of a jerk.
Unfortunately, you see that arc pistol flash out and it goes a little wide.
That's fine. that'll do it for Argo for now.
All right, Latari is up. Seeing its master besieged on one side, it is going to. Yeah, you see it kind of just flare up. Its bristles just kind of standing on end. Its muzzle just burning with heat. It is going to take 2 shots at Neraldra. You see it lash out once, a burning muzzle kind of arcing towards you. You see it rear its head back and send another bolt flying after it. The first will hit, the second will crit miss. So it burns into you with the first few, just letting that light off. And it is going to try to.
And that's not a melee attack, right? That's a ranged attack.
Range attack.
Okay. I have a reaction when I take damage from a melee attack, and so many melee attackers in a sci-fi setting.
It is just going to move a little closer. I think the droid would still be up. The droid, it is going to take. I actually know its master's in danger. Unfortunately, Roger, it is going to take some shots at you as well. You see it readying its laser rifle. It takes a shot, arcing your way. And it's actually going to use a different ability. On its last 2 actions, you see nanites begin to surge across its body, repairing some of the damage that has kind of plagued its system. And you see it kind of start to repair some of the damages, some of the cuts, scrapes, and blasts start to kind of just slowly mend themselves. And for the hit, it'll do 11 damage as it kind of just looks down its rifle cleanly, pulls the trigger, and starts to repair itself. Bez, you're up.
Well, you're gonna see Pez continue to kind of to flash red, and then you just see you kind of hear through the group chat just it's like a tone, but you can tell it's almost like a distress signal. And I'm going to cast a spell, Infusion, and I will use 3 actions for it.
Okay.
And so it will heal all bonded allies within 30 feet. Roll healing. Yes. All right, so 7. So that'll be, I think, myself, Argo, and Hazard.
Perfect. How's that burst look as you get it off?
Kind of see, he just starts to kind of, like I said, he just starts flashing red, and then just this pulse just kind of flies out from him and fills the room.
Perfect. You see even Argo, you can see kind of almost leaking through the walls as it approaches you.
I don't know why I feel better, but I'll take it.
Azrod, you're up.
So which of these computers is the one we turned this off from?
This one over here.
Wait, which one?
Oh, that one. Wait. I thought you meant this one being the one on the right. I don't have the range to attack that one way over there with my sword.
This one over here?
Yeah, the one in the right corner. Yep.
All right. Hasrod will use his entire turn to walk up to the computer.
Perfect. Give me a fortitude save.
Luckily, Hasrod is good at these. Oh, wait, no, he isn't. Just assumed.
Good enough. You're not stunned, and you only take 1 point of damage.
We'll take it. So yeah, Hasrod just walks along it to the computer, making his way, already bringing up his data pad, looking to it, to the computer, ready to shut this surge off.
Perfect. You're able to get towards that computer. With your turn, Big Boss is going to, don't forget your persistent damage. You see he is going to walk back with one of his actions. You see him tap a final piece onto the computer, where before the red lights were just flashing. Now an alarm is starting to blare, and he is going to use his last action to move. Neuralgia, you're up.
Hazrad, you meant that computer on the right, not this computer on the right?
He looks back and just yells out loud, "That's the left!"
It's the right of that group of three. They were the only three I saw.
He just squints his many eyes.
Anyway,
Not his right.
if I kill the big boss, you can get the stuff we need off these computers, right? We don't need him to talk about anything?
Leave him alive. Take him in breathing.
You
Fine.
don't have to listen to him, by the way.
I am going to Stellar Rush again.
Perfect. And give me a fortitude save before you move.
Okay. I'm going to use a hero point on that.
Fair. That's a really good one to use a hero point on.
Much better.
Perfect. Crit fail, and that's done too, along with the double damage.
Oh. All right, so that's 60 feet of movement. I'm going to plant myself in front of this door over here and say, you're not leaving until we get what we need. And then I'm photon attuned, so that creates another line of solar energy there. Not that that's going to do too much. And then, actually, it's kind of hard to tell from that. If I'm standing here, am I like blocking the doorway, or do I need to stand in this square?
If you stand there, you're blocking the doorway. Either way, you'll be blocking the doorway.
Okay. So I'll stand here in front of the doorway, and then I'll make an attack with my solar weapon. Oh, but I'm in graviton mode now.
That'll hit.
Cool. What was the graviton benefit? Okay, so I hit, and then the area around all the squares adjacent to him become difficult terrain just to him until the end of my next turn.
Perfect. All right, Argo, you are up. And give me a. Don't forget to take your persistent. And Argo, give me a fortitude saving throw.
Okay. Hey.
Solid.
Alrighty.
Just take 2 electric damage, but you're not slow or stunned or have your movement interrupted.
All right. Here's a dumb question. Can I hop on that box?
You can.
All right, I'm going to hop on that box. So there's my movement.
I just noticed he has a little living area right here. I've been looking at the right side of the screen this entire time. He has a bed, an old ass couch, and a coffee table.
It looks real janky too. Like
This is like when I was a teenager. I'm like, it'd be cool, like living in a warehouse and just be like, like my computer and my bed, and this is what that feels like.
How old is this guy?
I don't know.
he looks like he's like. You would think either late 40s or he just lived a real rough life. Like it's hard to tell.
Damn, I feel that.
This
He
guy's
could be 45. He could be 23. It just had a real hard go of it.
Face
Tegan,
wild
you just
mileage.
said my actual age. I feel that, man.
I'm gonna have Argo try to pop off a shot at the robot because might as well do something. And
You got that magic weapon for the robot.
yeah, right. I might as well. Yes, I'm gonna shoot this guy. It better be Argo. Okay. Actions. Strike. Going for it. Did it roll? Okay.
It did. Unfortunately, it will miss.
All right. You know what? We'll just try it again. That's okay.
It just a reminder for you guys that are new to Pathfinder, you do have a hero point in case you want to use it or if you want to save it. Either way,
We get one per session or one per.
one per session.
Okay. I'm not gonna use it for this. I'm gonna try it again. This one is with the +1.
Yeah, unfortunately, the shots are just kind of flying wide against the droid.
All right. Well, there. Oh, that's a one unsteady box. Oh, jeez.
You are out of the electric field, though. You are.
Yeah. Hooray! You know, it's the little things, but that'll do it for Argo.
All right, Tari is up. You see this hound running closer, trying to get near its master. Its muzzle braised red once again as it looks at Neuraldra standing between its master and its destination. You hear it howl out, and you see two blasts arc again once again from its muzzle. Oh, why isn't it shooting? Oh, because I still got that selected. The first will hit, the second will miss, as you see kind of this blast of fire just arc into Neuraldra. The robot is somehow still kicking around. It is, you see it, it's going to target you, Argo. And it goes, nearest threat, stand down or be deceased. And you see it just blast off with his rifle, taking 2 shots towards you. Oof, all right.
Yo.
It's going to use its last action to move. So you see like this ridiculous robot-like precision. The 2 blast arc out. The second one just catching you fully off guard. The first sort of following in. For a total of, how's Argo looking? 38 damage.
Argo's gonna relax on that box because he's down.
All right.
With this, did the first hit bring you down or the second hit?
How much was the first?
The first hit will be the 14. So I did it out of order. So the first hit's 14. So
Okay.
you should be okay with that one. And the second one.
Yeah. That 24. That's what did me in.
The dangerous piece here is that Argo is on fire.
Well,
Persistent damage.
Well.
So you all see Argo go down. You see kind of like some plasma burning across his clothes and armor, and you know it's something you should deal with very quickly.
That's from the laser rifle that did the persistent.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, you don't have to. That's the. Never mind. You're good. The wolf is the one that has persistent fire damage. You're fine there.
All right. Yay. I'm just dead. I'm not on fire dead.
You're
I know. I'm down. I know.
You can be
down, but it did crit you, so you are at wounded 2 versus wounded 1.
Okay.
I just realized how bad it is if you went down on
Sorry,
the
dying
floor.
too. Sorry, Barry, what did you say?
Climbed on the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Pez is gonna float. I'm gonna specify float. He does have flying speed, so I'm gonna float over to Argo.
Unfortunately, you'd have to go around. There is a wall between you and that one.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I did not realize that was a wall. Okay. So Let's see here. Okay.
Hey, you can float, so you don't have to worry about the ground piece.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. So I'll float around the wall to Argo. Oh, that made sense why you said it. Yeah, okay. So maybe that last burst wouldn't have healed. I don't know.
With a bit of healing energy, I think it's fine to go through walls.
All right. Not sure. All right. So I'm going to see if this works. So 1 action to move. My 2nd action, I'm going to cast Heal.
Are you doing
So
the
heal
1 action
for-
version or the 2 action?
The 1 action version.
Okay.
So that will be 7 health to Argo. And then for my last action, I am going to do 13. I will use my Vitality Network and heal Neuraldra for 13. I can find the
I
action.
think it may be a little too far. How far does your network go?
That's a good question. For some
think
reason,
it
I
may
thought
be
it was really.
60.
Yes, it is 60. Oh, is he further than 60?
Yeah, I think
Shoot.
it's
Okay.
75, unfortunately.
All right. So, oh, Hazarad's just in range then.
Perfect.
Sorry, Neuraldra. Hang in there. So I'll throw 13 to Heraldra.
Perfect. You see Argo come back into consciousness with the healing energy flowing through him. And Hazrad, you are up. Give me a fortitude saving throw.
Yes, fortitude.
I thought you'd be good at this.
I did too. I just well, you know what? He is pretty decent.
He's doing well with it. So you only take 1 electric damage.
All right, he'll take the 1. He'll look at this terminal, start typing on it. Because of a feat he has, he actually gets a bonus to hacking. And I'll post that real fast. Freaker.
Sweet. So give me a technology roll with your +1. The DC to beat is 18.
Yeah, that. Actually, you know what? Before I do this, I'm going to bring back up my warp reality as a 1 action. And I'll keep the warp reality where it was before for a little bit later. Let's see here. So let's get back to it. Computers. Gotta be an 18. Let's see. I got to put the add one to that, so that'll be a 20. Let me think. Hold on. How much would I need to do if I wanted to do that? Nah, not worth it. Okay, so yeah, 19.
Perfect. When you said to beat an 18, you were able to get into their system and disable the electrified floors.
Yep. So you'd see Hazrat after just waving his hand and reality warping again over here by these computers. He just quickly types on it. The fastest you've ever heard, fastest you ever seen him really move is whenever he's hacking into something or using technology. The sounds of pouring gravel as his the joints in his fingers just continuously rapidly move around. Before he just finally does one more tap on the enter key, gets that all shut down, and for his last action here, let's see here. I believe he has a spell or 2 he can use. Actually, you know what? He's just gonna start striding. He's gonna start striding back up. Yep. He's gonna move his 20 feet, and start moving towards where things are getting a little bit more intense in the battlefield.
Perfect. You see the big boss looks completely flustered. He goes, "The hell are you doing? In my way! You see the lights? Well, I gotta get the fuck out of here!" And he like pulls like this pistol. He takes. He goes, "Well, I'm gonna have to blow you out the way." And he just lets off like 2 quick shots your way. Like you hear, like his weapon is like impractically loud. Like it just echoes off across like throughout this hall as he lets those shots off. The first one will connect. You hear the second one just bang off and just spark against one of the walls. You can see him just looking at you like pure fear in his eyes, and he goes, kind of just meeting your gaze. He should have did this before, and he goes, "This place is gonna fucking blow with you in it," and he's gonna try to demoralize you.
Oh.
Now that he says that out loud, does Hazron believe with competency that he could shut something like that down, or is it this place going to blow?
Got it a bit. Oops, I tried to have Argo do it. I don't know why I had that one. What is your will score, Neuralgia?
+7, so that's a 17.
Perfect. So you feel a bit of fear kind of tightening against your chest as he speaks this out loud, and you are frightened 1. All right, Neuralgia, you're up.
I mean, there's definitely some panic coming into her voice, but she says, so let me check one thing. We'll give it a shot. All right, well, I ain't budging, so you're going to either disable that or we're going to blow up together. And I'm going to try to demoralize him right back.
All right.
Hey, that's a good one. Hey!
Perfect. He is frightened.
And let's see. All right, and then I'm going to do a binaric assault. So first I will do a silver weapon attack. Miss, and then I get to do a silver shot attack with the same multi-attack penalty.
Cool. Nice.
And then after that, I switch to photon. And then damage. Okay, it wasn't a crit. Yeah, and then that's my turn.
He's looking pretty rough. All right.
So am I.
His wolf is up, and you see it look at you, Neuralgia. Rage in its eyes is going to release another muzzle blast towards you.
Wait, did Argo get healed?
Oh, yeah, Argo. I keep skipping it. Argo, you are up.
And I can barely follow things. All right.
So, Argo got brought down by the security robot, which, if that's the case, wouldn't his initiative been put before the security robot?
Yeah, it should have done that. I'm not sure why I didn't do it automatically.
Meaning Argo should have had this turn a little while back.
For now, we'll leave it here. We'll make sure it does in the future.
Yeah,
It's not a big deal. How is our I guess basement dweller is or the gross guy here. Like, how is he looking?
He's blooded up. He's hurt.
Our boss doesn't want us to kill him though.
Yeah, but
You don't have to listen to Hosrod. Hosrod also said, I want that animal. You do not have to listen to Hosrod.
so, and then from here, I'm thinking.
And don't forget you stand up as well.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I mean, from this prone position, could I at least try to shoot the dang robot?
You can. I think you take a penalty though.
For ranged?
Yeah, -2 circumstance penalty to attack rolls.
All right.
Kind of picture you're on your back as opposed to like in a sniper pose or something, but
I mean, then just do a little quick, just a little spin. No, I'm kidding. All right. So I guess we'll get up. That's what, half? I forget how much.
For what action?
What action to get up?
I wouldn't tempt him. He might just say, roll a d20 to see if you fall off the box.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, whatever. He's gonna look at the robot and what is that? All you got? And try to. Should I try to demoralize the damn robot? That feels stupid.
the demoralize requires an intimidation check, but I think you have the get him action that just automatically, although it doesn't have as much of a penalty as a frightened condition. So,
But I'm just wondering, can I intimidate a robot?
That's definitely. I don't know.
Does that make sense?
Nargo feel confident he could scare even a thing defined by its programming.
Yeah, all right. You're gonna have to. You're a failure in your own master's eyes. Look at you. You're pathetic, and gonna have to try harder than that. And I really wish I had this on my actual screen because this laptop, no bueno. All right, target this guy. Boo. All right.
Oh no, that'll actually succeed. I don't know why it doesn't think it speaks common, but it does. So that will just succeed.
Oh, hooray! Look at that.
Yeah, so you kind of like hear its servos begin to whir as it processes, tries to work its way through that threat. You see it start to almost like sag in despair and fear.
All right. I made a robot who was afraid. Now to try to hit it. Should I? I mean, I don't know if I should try to burn it for another roll.
If you want to use it this turn, usually on the first attack is the best way to go.
Yeah, but I think that'd be the last action anyway, right? So
that would be your last action. Yeah.
The other thing it's competing with is if we need to do like negotiations later in the session, might be useful to have a reroll for. But also taking out that robot would be handy.
Taking out that robot would be great, but even if I got him really good, I don't think I could take him out.
Honestly, I think the last one had the weakness to electricity or something. So you might do a lot of damage if you can land the hit, but I can't remember.
He's probably supposed to have weakness too.
I don't know.
He might take you out if you don't hit him, but it's a risk. Either way.
I'll burn it. Whatever. The one thing that I roll great with is communicating. So whatever. Let's go.
Go for it.
Hey,
Hey, there you go.
Hey, all right.
there it is.
The crit, this
There we
may
go.
actually be enough.
Okay. So
Roll high.
come
Does
on.
weakness get doubled on a crit?
I don't believe so. Okay. So it's hurt, but it is still standing. Some sparks flying off it, bolt of electricity running through it.
Okay. Well, I'll take it. And hopefully I'll take my turn after this one and I don't fall down. Let's see. All right. That's it for Argo.
All right, Tari is up. You see it is staring at the Raldra. It is actually going to run in.
Oh, no.
It's going to leap. You see its claws stretching out, and it kind of lashes out, kind of like wraps its claws in and just tries to ravage you with its fangs. And it will miss. Could use this last action just to try to hit you with a stray muzzle beam to see that its claws couldn't lash onto you. It tries to blast you with its fire, but both will miss, keeping the Raldra up and in the fight.
Hell yeah.
All right, the droid is up, continuing its war. Unfortunately, with Argo, you see it is frightened. Its servos are whining in fear and despair, but it lifts that nanite rifle, or it lifts that laser rifle once again, and it pulls the trigger. Yeah, I think it'll miss. Yeah, so it pulls the trigger, and luckily you're able to dodge aside. You kind of see it just its robot-like efficiency failing as it tries once again to pull the trigger. Unfortunately, it hit with that last shot.
It's yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
How's Argo looking?
Hold on. I load slow. I'm down again. Yeah.
So this time we will use the rule. I'm not sure why I didn't. Oh, I'm gonna have to go through and mess with my automations. I don't think I have everything I have for Kazia on this one. One of the rules of Pathfinder is when you do go down, and to give your team more opportunity to bring it back up, you go ahead of the person who put you down. So you see you go down as Argo takes that shot that bumps you up to, since you were wounded 1 before. Luckily he didn't crit on you, but you are now dying 2.
All right, so
And he is going to use his action to move 25 feet this way. And Pez, you are back up. Or you are up.
You're right. Okay. All right. So I see Argo go down again. And I will.
let him go. He's been too cocky.
Give it that. What's this one do? All right, I will use my running low here. All right, so first I'm going to use a motivating ringtone on Neuraldra. So you start to hear some theme music start to blare, which I think for you would be some heavy metal.
Yeah.
Right, and this will, I believe, take 2 actions. That is my last spell. All right, so you get a motivating ringtone, which I think improves your movement, and you will heal. All right, not the best, but 6.
I like some of the flavor they put. Usually, I find Pez just like calling him mid-fight, like, "Hey, you got this. You got it."
Yeah, so you'll hear like maybe like over your group chat of like, Pez is sending you soothing thoughts to help you calm your mind. And then all of a sudden it just starts blaring. Heavy metal. And so that's 2 actions. And then for my third action, I will use my Vitality Network. And I only have 4, so I will put all 4 of those into Argo. So Argo, you heal 4.
Perfect, Argo. You are back conscious. You are now wounded 2.
Okay. I'm gonna just take a little nap.
Well, Matt, you shook it off.
Yeah, just a little snooze. No big deal. Wounded 2. Okay, I think that's right.
Azrod, you are up.
All right. So he said that this place is gonna blow, right?
You did. Did you do see kind
Assumably,
of
it would be
light
from.
passion?
Assumably, it'd be from this computer, right?
That's the computer he was working off of.
Let me measure something. Yep, Hazrod can get there in 2 move actions. So he will. You see Hazrod walking up, squeezing his way through that, and he's going to start trying to hack it.
Perfect. Need a computer check.
I'm just imagining him looking for the off button.
All right. Natural 20. He comes up, just like after he hears that, he just mosey's along, squeezes through, like going by his side, goes up to the computer, taps his fingers on the keyboard for probably what's less than half a second, and just turns off the self-destruct sequence, just like that, and looks back over.
It would be much easier if you just let us ask our questions and give us actual answers.
You see, he looks dismayed. That check would have typically required 2 successes, but with that crit success maxes it out. And it had pretty decent DC too, but luckily that crit success bypasses that. So you see the lights stop flaring. You see feel the system or the station stop shaking. You see rage, fear in his eyes, but you do see a little bit of a grim deterrence. He's hurt. His robot's hurt. But you guys also look really hurt. So he is soldiering on. Oh, and the big boss is up. Yeah, so he is.
Take by 1
Neurolog
down
is
from
still
this.
in his way. The thorn in his side. He is like straight. They don't find you. What else can he do with his actions? He does not have a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, so you see he just pulls that hand cannon out, just putting it right up next to you, and pulls that trigger twice. He just yells, "Get the hell out of my way!" Oof. All right. First will crit, second will miss. Oof. All right, that healing came through, or is Neurologist still up?
No, I had 17.
Oh.
So that will bring me down.
All right. He steps over your body, and you see him press his hand against the door. You see it roar up.
And I am also on fire.
Oh, are you on? Yeah, you are on fire. All right. Persistent damage in Pathfinder is pretty dangerous because it'll just keep burning a death save when all neurologists unconscious. So
Yep.
definitely give your
I
hand a good
lost an animal companion to it once. It is scary.
You almost lost you to that one. That same fight.
Oh,
Your
yeah,
guy.
that's right.
Yeah. All right. You see this. The wolf is going to scamper. You see almost stepping on Neuralgia's body, getting in between the group and its master. How long is the range? 60 feet. It is going to. Is it too far to target? Yeah, it's too far to target Pez, but it is going to try to target you, Azrod, where you have cover against it. So you'll get a +2 to your AC here.
So +2 to AC is going to make that a miss because AC is normally 20.
Perfect. You see it shoots at you twice, but luckily you see those computers take the first hit, burning through kind of the side computer, reducing that cover. The other just goes completely wide. Ergo, you're back. Yeah, you're back conscious.
Hey. All right. Let's try this standing up thing again. So that's my one. I guess I can try to. Yeah. Okay. He's gonna try to maneuver towards that dang robot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And eesh. I guess the last action you can do is shoot it and hope that it's enough. Right? Get up, move.
Yeah, get up, move. That'll put it there. I mean, a solid hit could bring it down. And not even so solid with the weakness damage.
Let's see.
That'll hit.
All right. And
Down.
That's a bummer. The robot is still barely standing. You just needed one more. You just need.
oh my goodness. Anything but a 1 would have done it. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Can that robot just come and whack Neuralgia? Because then my reaction would deal 2 fire damage to it.
Yeah,
Just a little.
just punch you while you're down. Just punch. All right. The droid barely on its feet. Oh, the droid is up too. The droid is going to target. Roger's down.
I just popped.
Yeah, Roger's about to mess with his computer. You see it is taking 2 shots your way.
Man, I shot at it. It's okay.
Damn!
Luckily, that didn't crit on you, Hazrad.
Almost did.
Almost. You see it gets blasted 2 more shots into you. It is going to move 20 feet this way.
It was the frightened. Save the crit.
Oh, yeah, the frightened saved you from a crit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Argo keeping that thing frightened helped out there.
Yay.
Nice.
All right. The frightened will fade. That's the end of its turn. You see this thing just like retreating with droid-like precision, takes a shot at his rod. It is getting closer to its master and the dog. Pez, you are up. You see, and Pez, you see, looks like the big boss. He opened the door with his last turn. If he gets in that room, he's probably gone.
Yeah.
There's also I'm on the ground burning with
Oh,
my
yeah,
comm unit playing a ringtone.
Just heavy metal music is playing while she burns at this moment.
I mean, there's no other way to go out than with Dwarven metal playing in the background.
They should have a theme song.
Hey, that new Technomancer playtest is looking real good right now.
Man, there's a spell I want to do, but I can't. So I'm going to try to move up. So how far are you away? You are 75 feet. I can move 20. All right. So I will move 20 feet. And then I will use my Vitality Network. to heal you for 4 neuralgia. I have 1 action left. Why not? So I will. Well, is there actually? Let me see. Is there anything else I can actually do here? Yeah. All right, no.
There's a 25% chance the burning puts me back at 0 at the end of my next turn.
I know. I have nothing else though.
I appreciate it. I like it.
Yeah, there's a chance. You know what? I'm going to try to, I suppose, demoralize. I think that's 1 action, right?
It is.
So I will demoralize, and I think there's a bar down here, right? And I will do it to Big Boss Man. It's gonna be great. How am I at this?
I think you may be you're unfortunately too far away.
Oh, okay.
Demoralize has a 30-foot range.
Okay.
I always think it's 60, but it's 30.
Yeah. In that case, I'll just continue. I'll just move forward more. Yep.
Perfect. Well, you stopped her from burning to death. Rod, you are up.
How hurt was the big boss looking?
The big boss looks pretty hurt. He's
How hurt
bloody.
was the dog looking?
Oh, you guys haven't touched the dog. I think they really took the command like seriously on that side. They're like, okay, we can't mess with the dog.
Oh, damn!
Fresh spooch.
The robot is
apologize.
on its last legs. The boss looks hurt. The dog is chilling.
We're gonna do this to the bot and the big boss, as Hosrod will grab one of the computers and fling it to ricochet it. Basic reflex 19 from both of them.
He's so good at computers.
So success will be half damage. That's going to be 5 damage to the big boss and 5 damage to the robot.
How do you take down this robot?
The robot is what let him bounce it to the big boss. So it's like he tosses picks up the computer. Is it on a desk or is it like integrated to the floor?
The big one is like integrated into the floor, but the other one's like the kind of the 2 sides. You can throw one of those easy.
He grabs that one, he eats it over to the robot, lets it dent in the computer, dent in the robot's head entirely with the sheer force before rocking right back into the big boss.
Yeah, nice. The fuck throws a computer?
the greatest software engineer in the world. I'm sorry.
Talk about a brute force attack.
You have anything else for your last action?
There's a joke in there about what's your programming language? Oh, it's Eat Plus. I'm sorry, that was bad. I forced it. I'm sorry.
I'm dying. Amstrad is going to move action close to. Wait, let me measure that one more time. Damn. Move action, move closer to the big boss after throwing that computer as he's just walking over there. And he'll say,
"We will simply track you down the moment you leave. There is no escape."
Perfect. And Neuralgia, you are able to stand up, and that will push this guy out of your space as you are up.
All right. Yeah. So I use my first action to stand up.
do you want to try and grapple him or start swinging?
Let's see. All right, I'm in photon attunement, which means it's time for action. Grapple sounds fun. Am I? Oh, my turn got moved a bunch. That's why I'm still frightened, even though it felt like forever ago.
Yeah, you should be able to get rid of that frightened, I think.
Well, it'll be at the end of this turn, right?
Oh yeah, because you got moved. Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so one action to stand up. Yes, I'm going to try to frighten him again, demoralize, and then hopefully that'll help my grapple check. Do I have anything else?
All
Okay.
right.
If you're on fire and you hug somebody, do they catch fire?
That's his problem, not mine. Frighten 2. Let's go.
What does the roll just say to him?
So he shoots her with this hand cannon, like maybe blows off a chunk of her face, and she collapses. He steps over her body, starts opening the door, and then there's a tap on his shoulder, and he turns around and sees Neuralgia bleeding on fire, being like, Hazrad's in charge. He says when you leave, no one else. And then I'm going to attempt to grapple.
Perfect. He is frightened too.
There we go.
Got him grabbed.
That was my third action. So at my turn. And we'll see if... Yeah, I'll go with that first persistent fire damage. So I am now at 1 hit point.
Unfortunately, he is going to delay his turn. You hear him yell, Tari, take care of them fools. And that dog is going to pounce at you once again. You see its jaws lash out, trying to find purchase. The first will miss. Second.
Hey, wait. Oh, I just saw the first one.
I think I miss again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will miss as well. He's going to go for the hat trick and try a third time. You see this dog just trying for all its might to protect its master, but unfortunately it cannot get through your defenses. You hear the big boss just go, thought I liked you, Tari. I can deal with this myself now. He is going to... Oh, because he's going to try to shoot you with the hand cannon. This is also another one since you've got him grabbed. He's got to roll a d20 to see if the shot even gets off. First shot will miss. Or first shot won't get off. He's going to try again.
Holy shit! The badass dwarf just stonewalling him. Hazard,
He's gonna
get
go
to
for the
stay
hat
when you
trick.
leave.
Well, the third shot will get off. Let me check something with grabbed. I'm not sure if the MAP increases still or not. The action's lost, so unfortunately MAP does not increase. But he's gonna try. You see, the first 2 shots are able to block his arms. So he can't even pull it up and pull the trigger. He is on the third shot able to attempt to shoot you.
Damn.
Fortunately, he will hit.
Doesn't have any actions to get out of here.
He does not have enough actions to flee, so he is able to pull that trigger, knocking you to the ground, and you see him looking back with just 4 lowered eyes. He eyes at escape pod behind him. But Argo, you are up. This guy is hurt, especially after getting hit by that monitor. What are you doing?
I got to get a little closer, right? Yeah, let's get up to 25.
Now you get to choose whether we're taking this guy in warm or cold.
It's electric damage, so I feel like I'm tasering him essentially.
Does
Tasers
it have
killed them, right?
non-lethal trait?
I'm kidding about that. I'm sure tasers have killed people.
Well,
So
I'm sure because With electric, it does not have the non-lethal, so you can definitely still do it non-lethal. You just take a -2 circumstance penalty to hit.
To connect?
To connect, yeah.
Or, okay. I think
This is your choice.
yeah, no, whatever. I'm gonna demoralize him. Why
Oh,
not?
Rualda did that very well. He was frightened 2 already.
Is there a frightened 3?
Now with demoralize.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they do not staff like that.
All right, that's okay. Then I will.
Oh, actually, hold on. I didn't tick down. He is frightened 1. He just had his turn. But you could, you'd have to crit for him to get frightened 2. I don't know why it's not. It's not doing the automations for some reason.
Yeah, it wasn't applying all the dying conditions and stuff. How to do that manually.
Yeah.
All right, then screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just do get him. Ooh. Where do you think you're going, bitch?
Frightened 1, get it. Hey, that covers the -2 penalty you'd have.
I think. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll try to do non-lethal. Whatever. I think it'd be more interesting. As much as I'm. Oh, I'm not prone, but I guess that makes sense. All right. So I guess that'd be 1 higher, I think.
That'll hit. Yeah, won't crit either way. So let's see some damage.
All right. Why is
You
it
could
showing
easily
that?
take him down. Not like that.
God
Oh,
damn it.
Wait, if I attack the target you select before the end of my turn, I gain a circumstance bonus to damage rolls against a target equal to 1 plus half my charisma modifier.
Oh, perfect. How much your charisma modifier?
It's more than 1. It's 4. So
3 more damage.
That bumps up to 3.
yeah.
He's still on his feet, but barely.
Hazard has a fist, which has the non-lethal trait. He can go up and punch him, or Pez. I don't know if you would be the kind to try and take someone down or bring someone up or what you do. Either way, I think we got him. Famous last words.
Ironically, I don't think Pez has anything that's non-lethal. But that is not what Pez would do, so I think we're okay. So I will move up 20. And then I believe I have Battlefield Medicine.
Perfect.
Let me see.
So if you're looking on the basic action macros, you'll just need to do the treat wounds action because it's the same thing. As battle.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's the same thing on that side. And it should ask you to pick which one you use too.
Okay. Whoops.
Oh, and what I mean, which one you use, which difficulty versus healing tutor you use.
Gotcha. Okay. There we go. Go treat wounds. Trained. All right, so I'll just use assurance then. Just like that.
Perfect.
All right, so that'll heal 11. And then I have 1 action left. And
I don't know why I'm imagining him like Pez just destroying the dog's mind.
Like, fuck this dog. Fuck that.
if I had 2 left, I would do it. But I'll do the same thing for Hazrod.
Right.
So I will do, because I think you can do it to just every target, but only once, right?
Yeah, every target once per day for battle medicine.
All right, yep. And then I'll do the same thing. Right.
Thank you.
And that'll be Pez's turn.
Perfect. Rod, you are up.
He strides on over the walks on top of the robot's body, kicks it out of the way, looks to the big boss.
How do you want to do this?
He just glares back at you.
All right, we're going to punch him in the face, which we can do that since changing grip is a free action. So change grip on the puzzle blade to free up a fist, and Osrod's going to just punch him in the face. We're going to use the hero point on that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ouch.
Even with the frightened 2. Or it's 1.
Frightened 1. Frightened 2.
Frightened 1, but he does have that -1 AC from Get Him. Until the beginning of... Yeah, so that's a -2 to AC to him currently.
Oh, that actually hit then.
Nice.
Yep. So Hazrod will he'll grab him by the face and slam his head into the side of the wall, and then just let go and let him drop.
Well, give us some damage.
Oh wait, yeah, no, sorry, I got ahead of myself. My bad.
I mean, I thought he was pretty low down there.
He was, but if you... Well, I didn't know what his modifier was, but if he pulled... He had a 3 HP left, so there's a potential he could have survived.
Okay.
Ah, yes. Luckily, my modifier is 3, so that... Sorry for getting ahead of myself there. My bad.
No worries. Yeah, you smash him into the thing, you see him slump to the floor, unconscious.
And he'll look over to the dog. Does the dog look like it's going to keep fighting now that the master's down, or...
Hard to tell. You can recall knowledge if you want to kind of see if you could read it, but at this point, you really wouldn't be able to tell.
I don't have my warp reality up right now, so I can't use computers for the dog. I have to use nature or something of the like, which I'm not trained in. All right, last action. Hazrat's going to pick up the unconscious big boss. Just haul him over his shoulder. Look to the dog. Like, you gonna keep fighting? No words, just a look.
If you were able to grapple the big boss, you see the dog look between you, look between the door, look back to you. He jumps through the door, hurling himself against the control pad. You see the door slam shut, feel a jolt, and the escape pod burst off with the wolf fleeing from the scene.
What? Left without him. I'm gonna be real. That was the last thing in my head right there. Absolute last thing of, oh yeah, the dog's gonna take the escape pod.
We need
It's
a
the funniest shit.
You guys ever recall that the dog's actually like, it's not like human intelligence, but it's not far below. I'd say it's like dolphin chimpanzee level.
The idea of a
Smart
dolphin or a chimpanzee abandoning its master to be like, fuck this shit, I'm out, and going in the escape. Why does that remind me of that Star Wars episode where the tactical droid went, get my ship, but it sounded like, get my shit, and he just left the guy to his fate with the Jedi.
I mean, that dog just looked at us, looked at his master, said, all right, I'm out. I don't need this.
I don't want to die today.
I don't want to die.
We need that in our next Galaxy campaign when we're playing like Scum and Villainy or something. Just the escape pod crashes into a ship and the dog
Oh,
jumps out.
100%. 100%.
Completely separate set of characters. No idea what's going on.
It's a really pretty dog. Why is it breathing fire? That's what
But yeah, you look around, you see you've disarmed the space station set to blow. You've captured the so-called big boss and have the station and him at your mercy. We are going to take a quick 5-minute break. We'll come back and wrap up the last little bit. So I'll see you
Okay.
guys in a few minutes.
I do
Alright.
have to ask for.
Welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of session 3. The crew has just captured a derelict space station, as well as the big boss. After a daring fight through the space station with electrified floors and self-destruct sequences, the group was able to keep the station intact, capture the big boss. Though his wolf did flee the scene in an escape pod, off to parts unknown within the galaxy. You all have kind of the run of the station right now. The big boss is grappled up by Hazren and is unconscious. What are you guys doing?
Would like to not be on fire, so I'll start trying to put out the fire.
You got the whole crew around you. We'll say no rolling and put that out.
All right, sounds good.
So, it looks like we've got a new station. Right? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
oh, he's still breathing, isn't he?
He's still breathing, yeah.
Hasrod will nod to us having a new station and go,
Yes, we shall add it to our horde.
Well, the kind of him still being breathing kind of complicates things just a teensy little bit there.
Well, I mean, it won't be complicated once we turn him over to the president and they get all the information they need about what's really going on here. Because he did tell us he was working for Zardican. So,
Well, I think he was just telling us whatever we wanted to hear for the sake of just keeping us, I don't know. But maybe he kept some records, right? I mean, there's, even if you're, stingy, disgusting mercenaries or whatever, you keep receipts, right?
I pick up the computer that was thrown at the robot and say, Hazrat, it's probably on here, and just hand him the computer.
Hasrod, still holding the tied up guy, will go over, place the computer back, come back, place the guy on the couch.
First, we use our human to question this human. Then I will double check with the digital data.
Oh, maybe before we wake this guy up, we find out as much as we can, and that way we can tell if he's lying to us or not. Ask him questions we already have the answers to. Just to kind of get the temperature. See if he's an honest fella now that he's probably scared for his life, or he's still going to keep on lying to us.
Hasrod will nod to that, and he'll go over to the big main computer, and he will activate his core memories and quantum field to warp reality, since that actually opens up an ability that's very important to him right now, because it's got the anchoring trait to it, and that is a certain spell, depending on how this roll goes. So he's going to start trying to hack in, get all the information he can. With that, should I roll a technology?
Definitely give us a technology check.
Got it. I'll add my +1 circumstance from my feat, since this is hack. Assumably this is hack, right?
Definitely.
Alright. That's only a 9. You know what? I'm going to use a spell slot here, because I have a spell called Warp Probability. Fail. Oh, wait, it's not ability rolls? Never mind. Not going to use that ability.
You
no, just the 21.
You are able to break back through the computer's defenses, and you find kind of a number of different things scattered throughout the archives of his computer as you start go searching through. The last is about 3 weeks ago. You see a large deposit was put into his accounts. It looks about a little under 10K was deposited. You were able to kind of search through the networks, and you find that it was coming from somewhere in our twin space, where this payment originated. And you see, kind of looking through his correspondence at that same period of time. It looks like he was paid to first attack a colony, alert the wow, I'm blanking on the name right now. The Zardican Authority, and give them a heads up that this attack, give them the just continue to keep wrapping up different pieces and trying to blame and play the hiss off of each other.
The hiss off of each other.
This. What is this? What is this manipulation to the Durant?
And you see Hasrad is about to like punch the computer. He looks back for a second.
Cannot stand. Wake him up. Ask him questions.
So first I want to take his weapon and search his pockets and clothes for any other weapons or any other things that might be of use so he doesn't play any surprise.
Give me a perception check. Perfect. You go through his pockets, you find kind of a number of different things kind of stashed within his hand cannon. You see he's got a knife tucked in one of his boots. You see he's got like this little collapsible sword cane as well that looks like he's probably spent far too much money on compared to the utility. Within his kind of running through his pockets as well, you find another flash grenade. You also find just about 1,100 credits kind of stashed within.
Cool. All right, I'll split that up. That's 275 for each of us.
I don't need no credits. I'm in it for the love of the game. I would like to. All right. I don't really see anything that looks like a chair here, like a swivel chair. I don't see it. They've got on the map. I thought it would like a bum like this guy would not have a standing desk. Who knows?
You do see a desk. You do see kind of like drag marks on the ground. You probably suspect he's moved that couch back and forth quite a bit.
All right. So, whatever. I'm going to strip him down to his underwear. Now I am metagaming. Now I'm overthinking this. Like, all right, I need to make somebody uncomfortable, make them feel vulnerable. Make them naked. Or close to
I
it.
don't think that's metagaming. I think that's something would that be something you'd say your character would know and think about as someone expertise in diplomacy and intimidation?
Yeah.
So this makes this extremely uncomfortable because Pez, when your guys are doing this, you guys would know that Pez does this. That's what he does. He's just going to wander around and start reaching out his tentacles and just start working on you. He's going to start treating your wounds. He's just like randomly going around the room and just being like, can Pez be of assistance? And just start like literally like treating people as they go. So you're like taking off this dude's pants and he's just like, you know,
Like a
hooking
weird
you up.
technical massage. All right.
The last thing I do want to add, I do kind of want to bring the merc we brought here into this interrogation because I feel like he has questions, or at the very least, he can be intimidating in the background, knowing he got a little bit screwed there.
Actually, I'd want him to be there, but not. I'd want him to just listen in, right? For now,
Yeah.
and he can interrupt or whatever if he feels the need to. So we'll get Esto. We'll have him, get comfy. And I'm thinking, sit him on the ground, make him comfortable a little bit, and sit on his. I'd sit on his bed. I don't know. I'm overthinking this like crazy. Like, all right, I'm going to take your most sacred and comfortable place, and I'm going to lounge on it while you sit there on the dirt like an animal, naked.
You feel like you smell a sense of that musk smell I said that came when you opened the door. Very concentrated in this section.
Okay, so please, all right, scrap that. Ugh. So I'm guessing. All right, whatever. There you go. Get him down to his skivvies and make him uncomfortable. I'm not gonna sit on his bed because I think it smells like like wet dog. All right. That's probably where Rafi slept at. Was it Rafi? Raji?
Sorry.
Okay. My bad. All right. Sorry that I kind of just took the lead on that.
No. Keep going.
Okay.
I mean, I think while you're doing this interrogation, neurologist is going to be sitting on like the other side of the couch, not saying anything, but like every now and then, orange crystals will like emerge out of her arm in the shape of a blade, retract, come out again as like an axe, retract, come out again as like a scythe shape, and then like the other arm will have purple crystals doing the same thing. Just kind of showing off her capabilities and trying to set this guy even more uneasy.
All right. So.
I was about trying to cool off from learning that, hey, his kind might be being played right now. Is currently doing a little bit of shopping for new furniture and air scrubbers.
Yeah. All right. Well, so I guess we'll just start this off with a little, slap. Rise and shine.
What? Why am I'm alive? Fuck. What?
Yeah, you're alive.
He looks around. It looks kind of at the sparking robot in the empty room. Did you bastards kill my dog?
We didn't kill you.
You killed Tari, didn't you?
Nope. You're you ever teach your dog how to use the escape pod? She's one perceptive little pooch. I'll tell you that right now, buddy. That is one trick. Oh, yeah. Your dog abandoned you. Your robot's smoldering. And you, well, you're probably going to wish you were dead in a little bit.
I mean, you guys see him looking around like without looking for his clothes. I got credits. I will pay you.
Oh, we know. We know about your credits. Look at you. You've got no secrets from us.
You think that's all I got stashed here? I mean, I can help it, make it easy for you.
It's under the couch.
Neuralgia lifts up the couch cushion.
Is there?
You don't find credits, but you do find like some skeevy magazines, like hollow zines located underneath.
Neuralgia puts down the couch cushion.
Well, listen. We really wanted this to just be an easy conversation. We found some information. We wanted more information. We told you the person to go to. And then you sick your dog on us and your robot on us and try to kill us. So now we're a little mad. That hurt.
You show up shooting at me.
Nobody fucking did it, you little shit.
You, I think the lizard, he called me up and said he's coming for me, and like no matter what I did, he's gonna get me.
Hazrat looks up from his online shopping and just goes,
Have you never did dealings with a Taran before? I announced myself. Resistance was futile.
and he goes back to looking at his data pad.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be disrespectful, but if you had a big guy like that say he's gonna get you, wouldn't you shoot?
Yeah, you see, that happened after, because we came here, goodwill, open communication. Hey, we want to speak with you. Want some information on your clients. And you try to bamboozle us, blow us up on your station. You thought the best course of action was just abandon ship. Right? Yeah? So, okay, so I'm mad. See, I came a little bit closer to death than I'd like. More than once. Twice. 3 times? You had a really mean robot. So I'm in a bad fucking mood. So, let's play it straight, and maybe you get to walk away. Maybe you can limp away. Maybe you can hobble away on one leg. Depends on how good your answers are. Maybe you don't walk away at all. Maybe Hazrat over here is curious about the taste of human flesh.
Hazrat looks up like curious.
We're friends, right? We're buddies. I mean, sometimes buddies fight. What you want? There's nothing between friends. What you want to know? I'll tell you.
Were the mercs that you sent down to that planet your friends? Or they just...
They were just, I would say that they were my mercs. They were just, people that, sometimes I say do some things and we pay people and, they had a job to do.
Yeah. All right. So, I want to hear the story, the full story. And if it's a good story, I'm satisfied that you're not bullshitting me or my people. That gets you some points. Maybe you get to keep all your fingers, all your toes. Maybe stay symmetrical. You got both ears, both eyes. Let's see how this plays out.
Give me
holds up.
+2 circumstance bonus.
Hazrat will hold up a hand, just like,
Keep him mostly whole. If you need to remove something, remove his heart.
I think... How do I add another... It's not... Oh.
I forgot how you click it, but there's a way you click it around, Chad.
+2... Okay.
You see, he goes, hey, I don't want problems. Ask if you keep saying you want information. Ask me what you want to know. You don't have to thumb my fingers and my toes. I mean, let's just talk.
Let's talk. Avis.
I already drove my dog off station.
Yeah. Maybe. Hopefully you had a good pre-programmed destination. But I want to talk to you about... I'm sorry. I keep mixing up the name with Ibiza.
Oh, Visa.
Aviza. Aviza. That planet, Aviza. I want to know who hired you. Who has you playing Duran versus Durand? Who's pulling all these strings, making you rich and making the situation there a little hotter than it needs to be?
Well, I didn't get no names. I asked him his name. I told him my name, but he didn't give me his name. But it was this little Arc Quinn. He had a little fancy suit on. He said 10,000 credits. All I had to do was do a couple of attacks. We did one yesterday or earlier today, blame Zardicans. Then we got to go and blame the other ones. It's gonna keep going back and forth until he told me to stop.
Until I told you to stop. That's a weird end goal. Now, you strike me as the kind of guy that does his due diligence. Maybe he didn't tell you his name, but Did you try to find out his name on your own?
He sent me 10,000 credits.
Okay. Well, I
You
guess.
see all this? You all, I mean, we had to pay a little bit on the Merc side, but look at this. It's all ours.
Do I feel like he's being honest about that?
Give me sense motive.
Sense motive. That is over here. Not my best, but away we go.
You kind of looking at him, it looks a little hard to read, but one of the things that comes off pretty clearly is he doesn't seem like the most smart. He's not the most intelligent individual.
Okay. So, you know what? I hate to make you talk to yourself, but I wonder what Esto, if he has any choice words for the person that employed him to die.
To die? I mean, Esto, I mean, he's still alive?
Yeah.
I thought you lot me because I had sent him to die.
Well, yeah, but the Duran ship just kind of showed up and made the other ship go boom. So I think that kind of I don't know if that was a plan. I'm not quite sure what the thought process is.
I mean, they were supposed to contact people, but they were supposed to get out before the trouble came. That was part of the plan.
Yeah.
As the trouble came.
Yeah, we were the trouble, and we're pretty good at interrupting things. I mean, there you are.
Let me give you two things. I know you still my walking around credits, but you guys busted in before I get my full credits. I'll show you where they're at the station. I give you the comm codes and how this Arquin contacted me. We call it square. I walk away. You can keep this station. I keep all my fingers and limbs and ears and heart
and toes.
Everything that's mine stays mine. Let's say that.
Everything that's yours stays yours. The thing you don't get is that right now your life belongs to me. So,
damn, that went hard. That went really hard right there.
Yeah. About those credits.
Sword. Or is he just trash?
Just he's gesturing the. I don't know if you do a stink gesture. This guy lives like this. Anyway. All right. So let's see those credits.
You're gonna let me leave, right?
I might not. Again, this whole mortality thing just brings up something ugly in me. Just faced with my own death just makes you want to. It feels like maybe I owe the universe a death. Isn't that crazy? Is that a crazy way to look at it?
She's still cowed from me earlier today. She goes, all right. I'm gonna give you the credits. I mean, my robot did shoot you up pretty bad. I mean, he put a few holes in you. I mean, I paid some pretty credits for him. I mean, he's a slash pod now. But
yeah. Well, thanks to Pez here.
Make him whole.
Yeah, something about being a little wealthier would put me in a better mood. Isn't that crazy? How money makes people happy.
You see, he goes over to the right corner of the room, near where that kind of the electrical terminal was. And you see him stand on the electrical terminal and then push at one of the ceiling plates, kind of pushing it over, and you see a box fall out. And he goes, 3,000 credits, right in here.
Neat.
We're square now, right?
Do you have any Zero up there?
You like Zero?
Yeah.
I don't got nothing here, but I got the hookup. I can get you some Zero if you want some Zero. They need to see my face and talk to me though. I mean, it's not one I can just keep. It's not a contact I can pass to you. But if you want some Zero, I can get you some. A couple hours.
All right.
Naranja looks towards Argo and like raises an eyebrow and seems kind of hopeful.
I mean, like group chat, I'm gonna I don't want to kill this guy. I'm just trying to freak him out. Is it coming out? Am I coming out a little bit too strong? I don't know. I don't know about this stuff sometimes, Anyway,
Azrat's going to pat the big boss on the shoulder from behind.
I see. You are now Hasrat's heroic sword new dealer. You are part of the Horde.
Pat, pat.
Yeah. You don't kill the Horde, right?
No.
there you go. All right, you keep your life. We're a little bit richer. Go ahead and get your clothes on.
We won't see you often, but when we do, we'll message you this row. Keep eyes and ears out for us always, because we will always be watching you.
Yeah, and next time I won't be the one waking you up. Azrat's teeth will wake you up.
Hey, I want no problems. You got credits? I mean, have you ever had that many credits at one time? You guys said you can have the credits, you can have the station. I'll order you some Zro. And yeah, I'll answer the phone and get you Zro, whatever you need to, but it'll be like probably digital. You know what I mean? Y'all don't seem to like me too much. I don't want to be
I
too close.
don't want to see your face again.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, at least we're on the same page here.
Over the group chat, Naranja asked, so how do we get from here to stopping this civil war from progressing? I'm still a little lost on that.
You're not the only one. Just
Well, I think there is a third party involved.
Mm-hmm. So about that Arquin you mentioned, the nameless, generous Arquin. What were the next steps on that?
Well, today we mess with Zardicans. We're supposed to take a couple week break, keep everything. One of those little things that go up from the planet to the little big little hovering dreadnought.
Yeah.
We're going to intercept it. The way we can use it is Zardican color. That's what we intercept it.
Makes sense. Did you already have a crew in mind for this? Or did you have a crew lined up?
We got them like, I don't know, we got some people on planet that we thought could be good. We haven't brought them together yet. We want to see what happened afterwards.
All right, group chat time. Give me just 1 second.
You don't need to ask it for
I'm being fake polite.
Oh, okay.
It's like, oh, give me just 1 second. Like he has a choice. Just so thinking to everybody else there, it's like, okay, I've got an idea. Maybe we ask him to have those people meet up for what would be the next phase of that plan. But we alert, the president back on planet and have them intercept and go from there.
No,
If we-
I do not alert the president. Alert the two. The Rund. They deserve to know that there is manipulation afoot. The president is now under suspicion.
So why would the... Oh, shit. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Why can't it be easy?
Well, if we're lucky, the Duran might be so concerned about this manipulation, they'll go after the Arcan and leave Aviza alone, at least for a little while.
Yes, that would be wise. Though, one of the Durand is younger, and younger Durand, such as I, can be considered rash, impatient. So we will see if they are wise.
Well, I mean, my concern is, I'm just imagining like making like the same because Argo's a very animated guy, so I'm just imagining him having that conversation, but like still like making the gestures and like just
Mark's
talking.
part of the group chat, by the way. I just realized, so he's hearing all this too.
Yeah, Esto is just staying really quiet. He goes, you can hear him like way late. He goes, I was like, eat that guy. He was leaving it down.
Oh man. Okay.
I could give you 5 minutes with him.
Yeah. Well. So we're not sure if it's possibly president backing up. I know you just said it. Visa.
The Visa president, yeah.
Yes, Visa. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe he's the one over. Oh, wait, no, he wouldn't do that. Then why would he say? Oh, maybe he's playing us. Son of a. No, now I'm overthinking. Oh.
Yes, we were sent first, which caused the mercenaries to get killed. That was the plan. Yes. No.
Yeah.
No. We were supposed to take them in alive. Which, no. Complicated.
I'm trying to recall what were the president's instructions about the people doing this. Was it to kill them, take them alive, get information, not get information?
You wanted at least one left alive to question.
Okay.
And then after that mission, we talked to him and let him know we had Esto. And we convinced the president to let us use Esto for this mission, but if Esto steps onto the planet, he'll be arrested. Which I imagine similar, if not worse, things will apply to the big boss.
Probably. But okay. No, I'm thinking in my head, if the president was involved, he would have just said to kill them. They're just get rid of them. Prisoners, ew, gross. That's expensive. Or whatever. But essentially, take no prisoners, make an example, something like that. But if you wanted more information, it means he doesn't have it. So it's got to be some other third party that just wants to see Durand at each other's throats. By that line of logic, and if anybody disagrees, please just let me know.
We must tell the Durand. They deserve to know.
Look, is it possible, Hazrat, that you're letting your personal connection to the Durand kind of cloud your judgment here just a little bit?
I think anything to direct the Durand away from causing more problems in Visa will only benefit us.
Well, okay, maybe. All right. So from Argo's understanding of how the Durand work, does he think that this would be let's focus on this new problem, or would this just be more ammunition for? Well, that's why we have to take over this planet. It's contingent. It's somebody else. Like maybe they're just going to maybe potentially use it as the justification for having to do this.
So why wouldn't we just take everything that we found back to the president?
I was
That's
initially
not Pez. I'm just curious.
Oh, I was initially hesitant because I was concerned that maybe the president was involved somehow. But considering, hey, get information, get him alive, go get more info, I don't think he is. And considering that he was the one that sent us on this whole crazy wild goose chase in the first place, I was initially concerned. Those concerns are no longer a thing. Sorry for the confusion. I'm 100% on board with "Hola, presidente," and then just going over it with him.
Yeah, and my thought process is we definitely give all the information to the president. The question is, do we also inform the Durand, and do we do that before or after informing the president? Because they can all react in different ways, and that's kind of what I think we're trying to figure out at this point.
Yeah, I think the president will just take that information to heart. My concern is that the Durand end up using it as ammunition for escalation.
And I will say, you guys did lead a firefight between the two Durand hosts.
Yeah,
So they were shooting at each other when we left?
Yeah. I'm be honest, out of the character. The fire's already been lit. We threw a little bit of gasoline on it, but the two Duran were all throwing big chunks of lumber on there before we even got to it.
Yeah.
I don't know how much telling them's going to help. It could possibly. That's where Hosrod's at, but this might be something for the president.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we will send this big balls on his way. Gather the information. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Gather the information from here. Hey, we have a new space station. Neat.
Yeah. Actually, on that note, our mercenary friend, what was his name again?
Esto.
Yep, so Hasrod will go to Esto and point to the station.
You will look after this for now. Until we return. As you are part of my horde, this station is yours, as it is part of my horde.
And Hasrod will give his portion of the credits we just got to him, just like,
Pick out nice supplies for this station. Here are some lists of possible aesthetics,
hands him over a data pad.
as well as some air recyclers and refresheners.
Then Neuralgia will wander over. And make sure you also get top of the line docking ports. We need ship treatment repair stations. We'll need some new parts, defense batteries as well. And she provides a list of materials that are way more expensive than the credits that Hotshot gave.
Yeah.
Hosrod, give me a diplomacy check.
Diplomacy. Damn. We ain't passing this one.
I mean, I can lend a hand.
13 on the dice.
You see Esto kind of like still armorless, this dusty looking Arquin. He goes,
We passed him his armor and his weapon.
You keep your credits. You got in. Nobody died. I'm gonna hit them trails. You know. I mean, we were buddies. I helped you get in. I told you about his dog. We're square, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't like to really gut the big boss, but I mean that's a you thing.
Well, to be fair, we didn't do anything to you. You're still whole.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, I know that Hosrod is pointing around like you're a part of his horde, but yeah, I was thinking maybe this could be the beginning of something beneficial. You're not really allowed back on that planet. You don't really have a ship of your own. We're trying to get you, set up here. And maybe we can start something from there. Think of it as a different turn in your life.
Be the diplomacy check.
Okay, let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes.
If we all survive this, it would be really cool to see. We just like in the future see our crew running this station.
Yeah.
You see Esto goes, I don't got a ship. You guys pretty nice. I mean, I didn't really like the tentacle mind thing. I don't like you thinking at me, but I guess I can get used to it.
In a firefight, when you don't want the enemy to know what's going on, that tentacle mind thing, Pez over here is a godsend.
It was real uncomfortable back in the ship hearing all that go off, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain. What can I say?
Yeah. So, I mean, get comfy, clean those sheets, and or burn them.
Lock them. Yeah.
Lock 'em.
Airlock them, whatever. I mean, if you just kind of like open the airlock, let them freeze a little bit, bring it back in, that should kill the bacteria. But maybe I'm over.
Or we can get new sheets.
Oh, Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Algrod
whoa.
gives him back the credits to buy new furniture for this place.
Yeah. But that being said, we'll be back soon. Welcome to the team, Esto.
You should also know the floor can be electrified, so make sure you don't accidentally turn that on. And also, there's a self-destruct system built into the spaceship, so make sure you don't activate that. In fact, we should probably get it removed. So you should, assuming we have the credits to spare, hire a specialist to get that stuff taken care of safely. Or if we don't, then maybe you try to figure it out yourself. I don't know.
All right, just don't touch the computer. I got it.
Algrod waves his head.
I will deal with that later. Let us go.
Perfect. You see Esto kind of going about his business. The big boss kind of still looking up for you guys. Finally got his clothes back on, but he looks at you and goes, "Hey, you got your credits? There's one last escape pod. I give you the comm for that Arquin that hired me. And we just go our separate ways. See if I can find Tari."
Why are you still talking to us? Hand it over and leave.
You see he like tosses it over and he starts briskly walking towards the escape pod.
All right.
Run!
Oh, man.
He darts off towards the escape pod. You feel another rumble as it goes off, darting away from the station. Did you guys now have your own station? A total of 4,000 credits, as well as at the end of this next session, or now you guys will level up to level 4 as well. And we'll wrap up today's session. We'll pick up next week with you guys level 4. Finding a little bit more about this mystery with a third party who's trying to pit the Durand hosts against each other for some nefarious reason or another, and seeing what has happened back on Ibiza with the hours you guys have been away after that firefight has taken place.
Yeah. That's going to be... What fire did we start? Oh, boy.
Sweet, man. We'll pick up next week. So everybody come back next Tuesday. Check us out then. And we'll see you all next time.